Man, when they started throwing them fees in there, man, I was like, can I remove? Hey, look, I didn't say a word in there for like 3 weeks. I didn't say a word because the only thing they said was, here's the Airbnbs we're going to. I clicked on the price. It's like $800 a night. I was like, let me just lay low. Hopefully no one knows I'm in the group chat yet.
I'm sick of my money because every time he calls, he confident. Sitting in my left, right pocket, watch this. Broke boys, watch this. Broke boys, watch this. I can make the whole crowd watch this. I can make it one stop, watch this. I can make it one stop.
So, what do you think of the place? You know, it's all fully set up now.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. My favorite part is definitely the clothing rack.
Yeah.
I love that.
Went with the steel pipe this time instead of just the IKEA white, I don't know, plastic.
Not for sure. And I'm loving this whole setup because I ain't see the vision at first. And now I'm completely see it.
Concrete
and
wall.
And the white.
Like the fluff?
Yeah, I like the fluff.
It actually, pretty much finding everything in the setup was pretty hard. So I'm a person where this is, tell me if you think the same. So when I'm buying something, I have to watch a full YouTube breakdown, 10 TikTok videos, everything. I got to look at the reviews on Amazon before I buy something. If it's like more than like, if it's something I really want, or if it's more than like $100. Are you the same, or do you just like buy something when you see it?
I ain't gonna lie. I buy some when I see it because it's just like with me, I know what I like and I know what I'm
my bad. I just don't got my stuff together, I guess.
Nah, it's not that. It's just literally like whenever I go look for something, it's already part of a whole set in my head. So whenever I look at something I see, I'm like, yeah, this is what I've been looking for. And I don't want nothing else.
So like for like a coffee table, like I thought I knew what I wanted when I was building. You remember the old coffee table, the concrete bricks and the glass table. And then I was like, I want a nicer looking table. And I thought I wanted like a marble table. That's what I was looking for at first. And then as you look at marble table, you start seeing other things in there that you might like. Then I started seeing with LED lights.
Nah,
I saw, you know, the ones that like fold up for like a tray, like,
yeah,
where you can like press and it comes to you. I was like, well, I kind of like that. But then I was like, that's kind of gimmicky. It's not very like
for sure
grown up, like modern. That's kind of like
it's not childish, but it's definitely,
you can see that in a nice billionaire home. And you know, that's what we're trying to.
I like that.
You know, so I was like, let me go with the white. I mean, y'all can't see it on the camera, but we're going with the white, smooth, double decker, lights on the bottom, something simple.
Nah, and it's always about the ambient lighting. I learned that.
Yeah,
like after my first apartment, I was like,
overhead lights are not it.
Yeah, fuck all this lighting and fixtures and all that. You got to get you a whole house to go red, blue, green, whatever color you want to match your vibe. Definitely a mandatory.
Like, so when I did the table, I probably had 15 tables in my Amazon cart. Like, obviously I didn't buy all of them, but I just had them in the cart because I know which one I wanted. And I would look through them every day and see which ones I still liked, and I would delete like 2 a day.
I love that.
And then I got down to like 3. Then I started asking other people for opinions, looking at the reviews on the tables, looking at the shipping costs. It's a real process. And then it was between 2 tables, and I asked my mom, and she said this one looks nicer, and I went with this one, and I'm glad with the situation I got going now. So
nah, for sure.
I'm a very detailed shopper.
I will say, man, I never really liked white furniture until I seen you do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know me, bro. Like, white furniture, I feel like white furniture just get dirty.
Especially, I mean, not a couch. I wouldn't do a white. I would for the aesthetic.
Nah, no, you would.
I would, but it can get dirty so easy.
It take one misplaced bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And it's over.
And we do wine over here, red and white.
Man, Cabernets, Tempranillos, man. People
Paso Robles, Sonoma County, Italy. Come on. It don't matter.
Hey, if it ain't a Malbec Argentinian, don't give it to me.
Yeah. Speaking of that, where do we drink a lot of wine? You wanna tell them where we went this winter?
Oh man, so yeah, we went to London.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. So what was it? It was your first time going out there, boss?
See, look at the flex. It was your first time going out there. What a flexer.
Nah, ain't no flex. It ain't no flex.
He's like, okay, yeah. So we are. Wait, let me. Actually, you start it, and then I'll do it where I jump in. Start from the beginning of planning the trip because I wasn't in this.
No, for
the
sure.
Original plan.
For sure. So it definitely started off with like me and Clay. And
y'all saw last
Q.
episode.
Yep.
Okay.
My boy Clay. You seen what he was rocking too. Come on. But it all started with me and Clay and Q just really just kicking it, cooling, and was like, you know what? We need to do something big for like New Year's, you know, because, you know, why stay in Dallas?
Of course.
Why stay in Dallas? We get money here. We don't spend it here. You feel me?
Of course.
One of those. And I remember whenever we was talking about it, we was discussing like stuff like Morocco. We was talking about, you know, going to Colombia because me and my boys got back from there too. Like we just, you know, just spitballing ideas around. But whenever we finally came like to an agreement, we was thinking, Oh, because I remember Q actually asked me. Q was like, "Hey, bro, how'd you feel about London for Christmas or New Year's?" I'm like, one of the littlest cities in the world, you know, fashion capital, city's enormous. I mean, you know, city's enormous. And it's just like the vibe of being, you know, just exotic in another country, you know, so that's always fun too. And yeah, like once we kind of locked down on London and kind of just really, really agreed on it, man, I remember Q pulled the trigger on that Airbnb and it was over. Man, then we got my boy Blake involved, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so this is where I come in. So I was working at Rustico. I guess I might as well just say how me and Clay and me and you became friends because it kind of all intertwines.
For sure.
So I'm working at Rustico for a good minute. Probably my two best friends at the job were Haley, which is now Clay's girlfriend. So me and Haley friends, whatever. Clay walks in day one, whatever it was, 4 or 5 months after me and Haley been working for 6 months. I don't remember. And I mean, Haley just completely, literally everything in her head just went sideways. Clay walked in there. She goes, "Oh my God, who is that?" I was just like, here we go. So at first I was like, man, who's this light skin man trying to steal my thunder? You know, I'm the only light skin at Rustico. And then so like first 2-3 days I was giving him the cold shoulder hard. Like didn't say nothing to him. I was like, you know, what's up, bro? You need anything? All right. Don't say nothing in passing. And then I saw he was cool and like not trying to like for anything. And then obviously he was cool with Haley. So I was like intertwined with him and we started becoming friends and now we live next to each other. But either way, he was just like, he was kind of talking about this London trip almost like 2-3 weeks I started talking about like we're dating after we started talking. You know what's a good thing? Okay, this is a thought I was having the other day. How does you know, obviously like when you're talking to someone, then you have to ask them to be your girlfriend. That's how you know you're dating, right? Sometimes it's not asked. So do you think the same was with friendship?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
if you're like good friends, like you
Oh,
know,
for sure.
But do you really go, "Hey, are we best friends?"
Nah, because you don't ask them type of goofy ass questions. You don't do that. It's more along the lines of like, it's an understood level of comfortability now. It's just like, think about it like this. If I worked the Rustico with y'all and everything, and we had, like when I had y'all and I had another cat and everything that we just work with, there's a difference between y'all knocking on my door at 3 a.m. talking about some run me my fade and Madden the 2K, and there's a difference between somebody that I don't rock with like that pulling up on me. So
obviously you have acquaintances, you have friends, and you have good friends.
Yeah, because you're more accessible to your friends. You feel me?
But like, so like if someone asks and like says like, "Josh, who's your best friend?" and you name whoever, and what if they ask that person, they don't name you? Is that like a breakup, or is that like?
Nah, I wouldn't even think of it like that. Because anybody who cares enough to ask me who my best friend is wants to probably be my best friend. So I'm not too much worried about that.
Okay. Back to the story. So either way, so I'm at Rustico, and I lost my train of thought.
Oh yeah, we was talking about how you came across me.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm in these text messages, or I'm seeing Clay talk about London, and I'm just kind of throwing him hints. I'm like, damn, must be nice, man. Must be nice. The next thing you know, I'm in a group chat with y'all, not about London, but just in a regular group chat. I think it was like me, you, and Clay, and we're just like talking in there. I think it was the OGPs, right?
Yeah, OG3Ps, man. Come on.
And then somehow like London was getting brought up, and he was like, "Do you want to just come?" And I was just like, I mean, me and Clay were the closest at first because I wasn't that close with you or Q yet because I've only seen y'all like when y'all would come to Rustico.
Yeah, for sure.
We hadn't really hung out outside of work, and I was like, sure, I'd love to come. That sounds so lit, but like, I'm only like really friends with you. Like, I'm gonna feel kind of invasive. Like, hey, like Clay's groupie, like bringing out a friend that y'all never met. And he was like, "No, they're chill." And I think we hung out like outside of work, and then I got added to the group chat, and man, when I started throwing them fees in there, man, I was like, can I remove? I didn't say a word in there for like 3 weeks. I didn't say a word because the only thing that was said was, "Here's the Airbnbs we're going to." I clicked on the price. It's like $800 a night. I was like, let me just lay low. Hopefully no one knows I'm in the group chat yet.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. That's how I knew it was real because Q bought that junk outright. I don't even think we fully agreed on it. Yeah, he just grabbed it.
We was just like that one. I think someone thumbs up a message. He said, "All right, bot."
I was like, "Yo," I said, "Whoa."
"Oh, you got it like that." Yeah.
I said, Jeff Bezos was acting like that.
So then, he bought an Airbnb paid the price for the Airbnb for the weekend, and we obviously flew out there. I vlogged it all. It's on my YouTube right now, episode 1. I'm still working on it.
Go subscribe.
Yeah, go subscribe for show. Episode 2 is in the works right now. It's been we've had a lot of things come up in between, but you can at least go see episode 1. I think it's like 15 minutes, something like that, maybe even longer. I can't really remember, but it's a nice little vlog, B-roll montage thing. But either way, we went out there, and the Airbnb, man.
Which one?
Man. Episode 1, the hideaway. Woo! Man, you had to be there.
Man.
But we walk in. What was that? Do you remember our dude's name? Our little concierge?
It's something London, bro.
We're gonna call him Nate.
That's not British enough.
What's a British name?
McGregor.
So black dude, braces, probably like 6'2". Bro opens the door and gives us a whole tour. Super nice place. I think we went to the basement first, and that's where I was staying. And when I say basement, I mean very elevated basement. Heated floors, kitchen, baby blue island, baby blue cabinets,
floor to
fridge,
ceiling windows.
Floor to ceiling windows. You open the patio door right next to your kitchen. It's right there. And it's literally a whole garden. It's just like a huge little section.
What threw me off about it was the fact that it had like them beach windows too. Like, whenever
you open it,
all the way,
it opens all the way, like from
oh,
the middle.
Man.
Yeah, it did have those. So we're going through the tour. You already know where I'm going with this. We're going through the tour. We're walking upstairs, and mind you, this place is 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 stories high.
I'll give it 5.
We'll say 5 stories high. We get to floor 1 is where I'm at, kitchen, bedroom. Floor 2 is like living room, dining space. Floor 3 and 5 is where the rest of the bedrooms are. So we're going up floor 2 to floor 3, walking up the stairs. I'm looking at the master bedroom. Q's already got himself comfy in there, throwing his bed on there as he should. And we're walking to he's like, okay, here's the bathroom. I'm talking about walk-in closet, lights everywhere, walk-in bathroom,
tub next to the shower,
isolated, super nice, window seal right next to it. And I'm like, wow, this place a little stank. Like, what is that? I'm like, is bro boiling an egg in the kitchen right now? I walk through again. I see everyone kind of like trying to whip through that room. Brother is pushing through this apartment tour. He does not care. He is giving us every detail. He leaves. I'm like, bro, did y'all smell that? Everyone's like, yeah, bro, it stank. I look at Josh. Josh sitting there like, yeah, I had to let one rip, brother. Bro laid one mid apartment tour. When I say we were in the basement going through the heated floors, in that time frame, he was laying the greatest deuce ever laid in Great Britain. And we went through there, like, it literally smelled like an atomic bomb.
Literally almost started a world war.
Literally during the tour, like, the guy was probably like he probably was trying to, he probably thought it was something he did. He was probably embarrassed. That's why he was trying to rush through it. But what did he say when he was leaving? He was like, I stay in Brixton, just give me a shout. Just give me a shout if you want to go party. And we never gave him a shout. Shout out to McGregor. That's not his name, but
that's what we gonna call him for sure.
He was cool though. I really wanted to party with him.
He probably got down like that for real.
Yeah,
definitely.
But you can continue with how you saw London from your eyes. You were kind of our tour guide.
Yeah, and let's all thank Blake for that shitty story.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But man, so let's see. Right after that, or how'd you want me to pick up from there?
Whatever, man. Whatever you feel like.
Shoot. Let's see. From there, since you already brought us to us getting there and everything. Yeah.
We almost didn't get on a couple trains.
Oh my God.
Transportation,
the metro system and any transit you do in London, just know you have to know what you're doing. Cause it take one bad stop and you in a whole different side of the continent. Like, golly, bro. This shit crazy. But I will say it was fun though. I mean, granted, we kind of skipped ahead, but we definitely took the Centurion Lounge in the DFW airport. My boys up in there with us, man. Complimentary food, some of the best service I ever got. So rock with them if you got an Amex. And once we landed and everything, Flight flex. But once we got to London and everything, it was just mainly the transit part that was just killer, man. Because we had to lug all them bags through the airport, through the train station. We had to take the big trains, the little train, the underground. Walking, it was just definitely got the British experience as far as walking goes. But, once we got there, got comfortable, got our bags in there, and let's see what was the first thing we did, actually.
I think we took a nap. I'm pretty sure we took a nap. That was step 1. See, me, I'm like, even if I'm tired, if I'm somewhere traveling, I'm like, let's go party, man. Or not party, but let's go do something. Like, let's get out and active. Like, I can nap in America. Everyone was like, man, I'm going to need a nap.
That's 16 hours?
Yeah, it was some of the 16 hours of travel. So it definitely caught up to you. I definitely was still kind of tired, but I was just trying to push through. And then we went to Nando's.
Oh
We
yeah, I
went
had to
to
put my
Nando's that
boys on
night.
that Nando's, bro.
Tell them about our experience.
Man.
When we didn't know how to order.
Oh my God, yeah.
How long were we sitting there?
Man, we was sitting there. So let me tell you about European and like just all that type of stuff they do over there with their service. Like you get your menu and you actually, find what you want and go up there, pay for it, and then, do your thing.
Of course.
And see, that was backwards to us Americans because, we go over there and we expecting service, we expecting waters with ice in them. We expect, you know what I'm saying? Like, just bring us the stuff and then we'll pay. Nah, Europeans ain't going for that.
Quite opposite.
Nah, pay before you even take a bite. Like, they own that. So I think we probably sat at that table waiting for a server who was looking us dead in the eye, too, while they walked by her table. For like, what, 20-something?
It was probably 20 minutes. We were obviously having good conversation, so we were kind of distracted. But we were like, when is our server going to come to the
hunger
table?
kicked in.
And we're new, so we're not going to be like, where's the server at? Yelling at people. We're just kind of like trying to figure out what's going on. We're sitting there. We're seeing everybody else with food. And then finally someone, I don't know if it was a guest or if it was someone at the front. They were like, you got to scan. I think we asked for the menu. And they were like, you got to scan this code. And then we looked on there and someone ordered a beverage. What was it? A bottomless beverage or something like that. And then I'm talking about out of nowhere, literally like out of the wall, you just see a hand come, boom, drop a cup down. I was like, where did this come from? What? Literally. And then it was just like, you had to figure out where the fountain was. It was like an old school soda machine in the middle of the restaurant by itself. And you just had to go fill it up by yourself like you were at like Luby's Cafe or something like that.
I'm telling you, man, they brought that cup out as soon as Q was in the middle of his 1-star Yelp review, boy. They got it out there in time, though. But nah,
and then we all got that little chicken thing. That was pretty good.
It was the wings.
What was the name of the sauce though?
The peri sauce.
Peri sauce.
You know you can get that ordered out here.
I didn't know that.
Man,
well, I wish Ian would have known that. So when we're on our way back, this is skipping ahead. But as we're leaving London, or actually on our last day, Ian goes back to Nando's, gets some peri. I don't even know if it was at Nando's, but either way, he got some peri sauce, like a bottle of it to take home. And we're going through airport security. So might I add you, on the way in, security was like on top of us, like going from. No, we're not going there. We're not going there. I already know what you're thinking. We're not going there. So from America to the UK, very strict.
Funny. Oh yeah.
On the way back, at least for me, the complete opposite. Like I'm talking about, didn't even go through the scanner. Like put my stuff down in the bin. I still had like my headphones on. Like I had like my phone in my hand. They're like, just walk through on the other side of the scanner. Didn't even check me. Ian, on the other hand, is getting absolutely dog searched. They're checking all his bags. I'm thinking that he done smuggled something over here. I'm like, Ian, bro, like, are you for real? I'm talking about 25 minutes of us waiting, and Q's with us. And at this point, Q was already a little annoyed. And Q was trying to use our Platinum, the Amex Centurion Lounge on the way back, get some free food, get some beverages on the flight home, be set. But obviously you got to do that a little bit ahead of time so you have some time to chill before you have to board your plane. So that was the time. And we spent all that time with Ian's bag getting checked. And then they check his bag, and it's because he has this dang peri sauce in his bag, a full 20-ounce bottle. I don't even know how many ounces, but a big old bottle of it. And they had to take it. He's like, oh, I can't bring that. And they're like, duh, it's a liquid. And like, remember we had to put all of our toiletries in that bag thing. That was something I've never done. It was like this. It was like right before you did security, you had this little bag and you had to put all your toiletries in it. They definitely do it different, but it was smooth. Then you had to go through customs, which I've never done.
Nah, for sure.
That was weird. I was getting questioned.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because like when you go, so if you've never been across the country, when you go to customs, you're in a big old line. They bring you up. There's a bunch of different lines lined up. There's a security agent or TSA agent, whatever. And you walk up to them one by one and pretty much get questioned. He goes, how long were you there for? And I said like 2 weeks or a week and a half, whatever I said. Why were you there? That was the question through me.
Who do you know out there?
Like, who do you know? Are you a U.S. citizen? Like all these like kind of like interpersonal questions. I was like, well, we're just out there for New Year's Eve. Have a good time. Did you bring anything back with you? Blah, 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 blah. I'm saying no, but I'm thinking that I'm the only person getting questioned like this. So I'm thinking I'm finna get searched. And luckily, it was just the basic question. And then we got through as Josh and Clay were being hooligans in the line next to me. But either way, we had a great time in London, made a lot of memories. Probably the best time of my life, just like the everyday of just like waking up and walking on the cobblestone, the wind blowing, obviously not being on vacation, not having to do anything.
Outside.
outside. It was
Outside, for
just
sure.
we were for real outside. We had a good time. I think we did everything we wanted to do. Honestly, we hit the museums.
Big Ben.
We hit
And
Big
Big Ben ain't even that big for sure.
It's
No,
not.
he not that big.
We hit
for sure.
the eye. What was it? The Ferris wheel.
The
Eye,
London Eye.
The London Eye.
We definitely crossed that
The bridge.
the London Bridge.
The London Bridge.
We like drove by them cats with the
with the guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really get to see the guards much. Some of the stuff was like a long line. What was it where we went to Hyde Park? There was another castle.
They had the
thing.
Winter Wonderland Festival in Hyde Park.
Yeah, we weren't able to really get to the Winter Wonderland. The Hyde Park was fun though, with the
Hyde Park
birds.
was crazy.
We got some crazy flicks.
Man, let me tell you about them British birds.
Yeah.
Them things have no sense of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Social distancing.
No social distancing.
None. Like these birds, there was not a bird in the lake. There was literally, or pond. They were all on the shore and running up on you about some bread. Like if you had it in your hand, they taking it out. If you didn't have it on you, they looking at you till you pull it out.
Yeah, you'll see that in the montage with Q trying to mess with the bird. And you see how close he gets, and he let's just say a little incident happens, so you have to tune in to see that. How many kids do you want to have?
3.
3? Same. Give me the order.
Definitely gotta have boy first.
Yep.
Daughter gotta be my middle child.
Yep.
And then
another
my youngest.
boy.
Yep. Because you know what it is?
Perfect.
You know what it is?
Maybe we should just get married.
You ugly. But because I'm gonna do the boy first because I want obviously my little miniature me and everything. I want my little mini me around. Plus, like whenever you have your first child and everything, it kind of sounds messed up, but it's like you make your mistakes with the first child.
Yeah.
But it's like this is a miniature version of you. And me as a man, I know how I used to think as a little man. So definitely can guide him through.
I definitely need a boy first.
So,
Definitely need a boy first.
Yep.
Then the daughter.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't mind the daughter and the boy. They don't have to be twins, but they can be like close to each other, so they can be friends. So
like 3 to 5.
3 to 5,
Yeah,
they're
3 to
friends,
5.
and they got an older brother who's like 12.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm with that too. I definitely need my firstborn to be my protector as far as like protect the other little ones.
Yeah.
Daughter, I feel like with the middle child, it's the beauty of having a daughter as a middle child because women mature a lot like quicker than men. So it's like if you have a middle child that is your girl, it's like she sees the mistakes of your firstborn. Also, she sees the achievements of your firstborn. She also sees how like you do business as an adult and as a parent, and how what's going to go down in your household. And she's gonna pick that stuff up quick and everything. And one funny thing about having a girl in your life and just like just somebody younger like that is that like she gonna see things you don't.
Of course.
Man, what? She gonna see things you don't.
So you have a child, or you get a girl pregnant right now. Are you keeping it, or are you not keeping it?
So I ain't gonna lie. I
right now
definitely
today.
wouldn't right now for the simple fact that I can't bring no child in this world right now the way it's moving without knowing that like we are financially free and we are secure.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna bring nobody in here if I ain't got to figure it out yet.
True.
Like I'm 25, so it's like, I mean, and there's no discredit to anybody who's a young parent. Y'all do y'all thing and handle y'all business, raise your kids for sure. But like me as of right now, I can't do it just because I'm not where I want to be and I haven't learned what I need to learn yet to be who I need to be as a parent. So it's like I just gotta learn more, and I honestly gotta get my bands up. I mean, I ain't down bad or nothing, but it's just
definitely
like
not down bad. But yeah, I feel you.
Gotta be way above that.
No, I'm just saying I want to have a kid when they can ask for anything and reason I can get it for them without stressing. You don't want your little one to be like, "Can I get some new shoes?" And you're like,
let me tell you something.
Gotta pay that water bill, and then he's struggling. Like, why? Why wouldn't I just wait till I got it all set up, and then he wants some new Jordans or whatever? I want my youngin to be fresh. He can be a little miniature. Me, I can't be having them.
Let me tell you something like this.
Knots.
Let me tell you something like this because I heard this from Dolph because he was spitting when he said this.
Let's hear it.
If your son don't want to be everything like his daddy, you failed as a father.
Yeah.
Like you the first male figure that he see, that he live around, that he do all his stuff with. So it's like if your son don't want to be just like you, I ain't gonna lie, you ain't doing it right.
You ain't doing it right.
You ain't doing it right.
Let's get into the real spiel, the real topics. You heard me?
Yep.
Was that like? Did you like my little hood voice right there?
Yeah, I heard you.
Would you say I'm more hood or more what's it called, suburban? I'm a suburban kid.
He took the words out of my mouth. And me, I'm an island boy.
I feel like I got a good mix, but what do you think? From the outside looking in.
I mean, it's like
keep it a buck. Don't
I'm gonna
front.
be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. from what I've seen, or what I've like, been around you and kind of seen you develop into, is like you have undeniable street smart. I ain't gonna lie, you have undeniable street smart. You ain't gonna really get gamed. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can just pull up on you with this foolishness and you gonna take it as face value. But it's also you have that suburban mindset of I'm not risking nothing for nothing. Like I'm not going to get out of my position to go play in the mud with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like you have that perfect balance of each, because it's like, you can't get gamed because you got that street smart. And then you have the intelligence of honestly like a suburban that don't want to lose the stuff that he has. So you ain't gonna crash out about nothing.
I appreciate you. I'll send you 50 for that later. I appreciate
That's
the kind
crazy.
words.
You got 50, send me 100.
Yeah, that was a paid sponsorship. Shout out to that. But let's get into the real stuff. So NBA play-ins are going in right now. We were watching it earlier. Been watching it the last couple of days. So what are your thoughts on it? Do you like the play-in tournament? Do you think it's a gimmicky? Do you like the idea of the 9-10 seed having still an option to get in? What are your thoughts?
I love it because, like, the way the NBA is right now, there's just so many injuries. We never get to see, like, what it could be,
True.
Like, perfect example, what we just was looking at, Oklahoma and the Pelicans. Chet, is that his name? Right? Chet ain't playing, and neither is Zion. Chet, you already know him, like, highly drafted, you feel me? And then you got Zion, he's just Zion Williamson. I feel like if Zion was playing, a lot of people wouldn't even know about Ja Morant because the man was doing it first, you feel me?
Yeah.
But, like, as far as, like, just the playing, I think I like it because it gives the opportunity for teams to get their full team back together and everything and play at, like, at the level they're supposed to be playing at.
One thing I got to say off rip, Kyrie Irving is not the problem. I just want to get that agenda out of the way. He is not, like,
I swear down.
He has been nothing from what I've seen. Obviously, I mean, I kind of know him, but I don't know him outside of the court or anything like that, or outside of the arena, I should say. But from everyone I've spoken to, great locker room guy, great leader. What's it called? Very selfless. Always talking about his friends, family. I've asked him multiple questions in the press conference and outside the press conference.
A bit harder.
Kai, how are you enjoying Dallas kind of outside the court, just you and your family life?
There's nothing like getting up at 8:30 and the sun's out, whether it's gloomy, you know what I mean, whether it's sunshine or not. It's just the weather, the warmth, and it's important for my kids to get outside, and I meditate and pray in the morning. So just really grateful that I get to not only enjoy the weather, but my family's comfortable. But outside of that, I'm just making my way around Dallas. You'll probably catch me somewhere random, checking things out. But right now the focus is, being the best player that I can be. So I got to do all the little things and get as much treatment as I can and make sure I'm preparing. There's not that many games left, so my focus is on the mission and just being the best player I can be.
Says enjoying Dallas. His family loves it here. They love the warm weather. They love getting out and just kind of enjoying being outside. He's been traveling around Dallas, going to different places. And I think this is a nice change of scenery for him. I mean, he's been in this. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's Kyrie Irving. He's always going to be in the spotlight. But the Dallas media is definitely different than being in New York.
Oh, my God.
Or Brooklyn. Or, like,
They don't sleep.
being that guy. And I think he enjoys having Luka here with him. He's not always, like, looked upon it. Like, he can go play basketball, go home, and move on with his life. And I've been trying to do a good job at pushing, of, asking and biting questions. How are you enjoying your time here? Do you feel good here? Rather than, are you going to win the championship? Are you staying this year? How much do you love us? Are you going to sign a Supermax? Like,
Do you even like the color blue?
like, I feel like a lot of the media, man, just, like, is trying to stir the pot. And that's what makes players want to leave. Right? Let's push positivity. But speaking of positivity, let's go the opposite way and get negative. Mavs season was a fail. Now, like I said, it wasn't Kyrie's fault, and a lot of people like to point that finger because we traded for him. If you watch basketball, more importantly the Mavs, we were bad before we got them.
No type of defense.
We were not good before we got them.
No
It's
type
not
of
like the Mavs were second in the West, dominating everything. I think we were fourth or sixth, but it was like I just said, the standings finished how they were, where every team was 2-3 games apart. It wasn't like we were just dominating. So we could have lost 2-3 games and went to 10th or 11th, which is what we did. Now, don't get me wrong. Trading for Kyrie Irving and losing Finney Smith, probably our best perimeter defender, and losing Dinwiddie, a great scorer and leader, definitely hurt initially. It's not something that you're just going to get over in a day. Now, obviously, Kyrie helped the offensive output and gave Luka some time off and was able to go get buckets. And then when they played together, I think they were 4-11, 4-10, something like that together. Obviously not great. but you don't trade for a superstar player, a top 15 player, arguably top 10, and just want it for 2-3 weeks, like a month or two. You're obviously doing this long term. That's what Nico Harrison said in the press conference. This is a long-term move. So to be looking for the future, and they're going to be changing the pieces around them.
Thanks.
I asked him, I said, the biggest probably glaring issue with Mavs fans, anyone who was just watching the game, was no interior defense and no rebounding. We brought in Christian Wood, JaVale McGee. I think that's it for bigs. Bertans. He's not really a defender. And none of them were able to suffice. And then don't get me started on Dwight Powell starting at center. Dwight. I love Dwight Powell as a person. Great guy. Fun guy. Gets the team going. But you cannot have like a 6'9" guy who plays like me and you playing center in the NBA when you're going against Jokic and Giannis and Embiid. Like, these guys are grown, 7 foot, 250, gonna push you around, grown men that got families to feed, throwing elbows at your neck. And Dwight Powell averages 15 balls hit in the face with 16 missed tip calls. Like,
pause.
Like the ball is like always just hitting them in the wrong way. It's like tipping off his finger out of bounds, or it's hitting him in the face, or he's in the way of something. Like, I think Dwight Powell can be on the team, a great locker room presence, but he doesn't need to be our starting center. So the Mavs need to. We'll have a top 10 lottery pick. We got that locked up with us resting our better players towards the end, you know, for injury purposes. So I think that I'm really hoping that we use this draft pick as trade packaging. So I think if we were to get a top 3 pick, I think we keep it. But if it's anything outside the top 3, I think you throw him or throw that pick. Tim Hardaway, Kleba, Tim Hardaway, Bertans, Tim Hardaway, whatever. Christian Wood. No, Christian Wood's a free agent. And you package it to like the Heat. Go get Bam Adebayo.
That's a power move.
Go to the Pacers. Go get Miles Turner from Texas.
Not facts.
Go get Steven Adams. Like, we need like a established center that can protect the rim, man.
Not for sure.
Like, if we get that, everything else will fall in place. And then I think we definitely need, I like Josh Green's development, but I think you need another like forward that can be guarding Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, your Jamal Murray, because we got 2 guards in Luke and Kyrie that aren't exactly known for defense. So if
they'll put up 50, but they might let the other dude put up 50 too.
Like, in a perfect world, this is not even really realistic. I would love Jaylen Brown and then like a Steven Adams. Like, that would just be like a lockdown center that can protect the paint, and then a 2-way guard / forward.
Should go get Nurkic.
Nurkic would be nice. Is he even playing right now?
I don't think so.
I think somebody got banned. Somebody was that Enes Kanter? Something like that.
Enes Kanter.
They all kind of, or Freedom. I think his name's Freedom now.
Nah, that's funny.
I don't know what that means. Freedom fighter? That's something different.
It's something definitely crazy.
But either way, we definitely need an interior presence, and then we need like a 2-way guard / forward. Doesn't even really got to put up buckets. I said Jaylen Brown because obviously that's a real bucket getter, but like even someone who's just a defensive presence would be okay. Like, and I think it'd be good to have a guy like a Marcus Smart.
Shit, go get a Brandon Clark.
That'd
be better than Powell for sure.
Yeah, like if we had like a Brandon Clark and Marcus Smart coming off the bench or even starting, like that just helps your team out. So we don't need more points.
No.
We have 2 of the top 5 bucket getters in the entire league, maybe in the history of basketball, if I'm keeping it frank, bro. On the same team, we don't need bucket getters. Now, it's nice to have, like I said, a Marcus Smart off the bench, someone that can sit, but we have Jaden Hardy. We got Jaden Hardy, who is a bucket getter off the bench. Says he's going to be a rotational player. So, obviously, some things that we need to fix. Hopefully, it gets addressed. I have faith in Nico Harrison. We'll see if we can get that done. But on to the next thing. NFL. What have you thought about the offseason?
I just personally think that Baltimore is crazy for almost letting Lamar walk.
What do you mean? They still haven't signed him.
No, but that's only because Lamar represented himself. That's all that is.
So what do you think about OBJ signing there?
I mean, they did sweeten the pot for Lamar to stay.
That's what I'm saying.
They did sweeten
it. Which side do you think, Gabe? Do you think OBJ said, I know Lamar is going there, so I'm going to sign? Or is he like, I want Lamar to sign there, and the Ravens were like, we're going to sign him to try to keep him? Which side do you think pulled?
Definitely OBJ got in that room. We got to talking to them like, I could bring Lamar back.
Okay.
I know.
So you don't think they've got Lamar back yet? You think
not yet?
You think the Ravens were like, we'll sign you, and OBJ was like, yes, this will make Lamar want to come. I'll be his number 1 option.
Not for sure, because Lamar, he like really didn't have much help. If Lamar didn't rush for at least 140 in a game, Ravens getting blown. like every single time. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Mark Andrews a dog, Duvernay a dog,
Mark
Bateman,
Andrews a dog.
all of them dogs. And I love J.K. Dobbins. I mean, he was on my fantasy team.
They
He
got
was
15.
injured.
They got 15 running backs over there.
You feel me? And with an offense like theirs and everything, because they love to do a lot of that Kyle Shanahan type play action and just a lot of motion in the backfield and everything. And what you have all the moving pieces and a tight end that's that much of a threat, it's like, what do you do as a defense? Because if you make a wrong mistake or pick the wrong person, either Lamar taking that thing for 50, J.K. Dobbins gonna get him at least like, a couple first downs, or you're gonna get hit right across the back of that linebacker by Andrews, and it's gonna be, what he do with the ball.
Question: can OBJ be the number one receiver on any team, let alone the Ravens?
Man, hell yeah.
I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like he's had I think I saw a stat 320 yards since 2019, bro.
It's crazy though. Even though
2023, that's 4 years ago. 2 major ACL tears.
That is true.
Like don't get me wrong, he's him for real. He's him. But like wide receiver 1,
I can see it.
Okay.
Because honestly, man,
heard it here first.
With the trajectory that OBJ was heading, even before the injuries, man, he was basically unguardable for the most part. You know what I'm saying? You don't see folks DB just saying, oh yeah, he's not getting a single pass. Like, perfect example. Whenever the Rams
him with the Rams was nice.
Bruh, he made Stafford look way better than
Stafford. He was about to be the Super Bowl MVP, I think. Got that first touchdown, was going off, and then got hurt. Like, he was, also he was wide receiver 2 or 3 on that team.
Because Cooper Kupp was there.
That's what I'm saying.
Because Cooper Kupp.
That's what I'm saying. You got Cooper Kupp drawing double coverage now on the Ravens. They might bracket Andrews a little bit. You can't really
base it off of Cooper Kupp because that is a Triple Crown winner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's not a lot of Cooper Kupps in the world.
Agreed.
But as far as OBJ being the number one for the Ravens, yes. Because at the end of the day, man, like, OBJ is going to be placed in single coverage because of the threat of Mark Andrews. Like, if I'm playing the Ravens, I'm loading the box on them, and I'm going to do exactly what you're thinking. I'm thinking, oh, OBJ, he been out for a while. He ain't him right now. So it's going to take him some time to get back in motion, and that's exactly what's going to screw people up because they're going to load that box, and they're going to realize OBJ still OBJ by torching whatever DB he around.
Okay, over under 7 touchdowns for OBJ this season. 7 touchdowns receiving.
Shit, Lamar throwing him that ball, I might have to go over.
What if Tyler Huntley's throwing that ball?
7 under.
Okay.
7 under. He's still going to get off.
Okay, let's get into the Cowboys now. So, Cowboys had an interesting offseason. I'll recap it real quick. So, signed Stephon Gilmore, lockdown corner.
Big time.
Definitely a little bit past his prime, but still a good corner to have another set of digs. Also kind of teaches some things. Signed Brandon Cooks, who has the most 1,000-yard receiving.
Brandon Crooks, that's what I'm going to call him, man.
Most 1,000-yard receiving yards since, I think, 2018, other than Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
So that's a great attribute. Kind of an underrated, low-key sign with him, CD, and Gallup. I like that little trio.
Get the pressure off CD.
Yep. We obviously let go of Zeke.
Great move, Jerry Jones. Great move.
We let go of one of our offensive linemen. Re-signed our secondary. So our secondary is locked up, especially our safeties, which was good, Donovan Wilson. And then obviously, let go of what's our tight end's name? What's his name?
Dalton Schultz.
So now it's Hendershot's turn, and
I just hope
Jake
they don't
Ferguson.
overpay him again. If they overpay another tight end thinking they all Witten, it's just gonna make me mad.
I like Jake Ferguson. I think he'll be our tight end. He had some moments.
He did have some moments.
The question is,
security blanket for sure.
Who do the Cowboys draft in the first round, or let alone just what position do you think? I feel like there's no necessary need, and I think the biggest need was cornerback and receiver, and we
y'all needed a veteran on that defense. That's what y'all needed, and y'all got one in Gilmore.
Yeah.
But honestly,
we could go linebacker, we could go receiver, tight end.
I think y'all need another personally, I think y'all need another DN to put on the other side of Lawrence and everything. Yeah. Because don't get me wrong.
We got Fowler back, Deontay Fowler, which
he good.
He's cool. He's not
good.
like Pro Bowl, All Pro, but he's good.
Yeah, he good. But I'm gonna say whenever on your line, you got Lawrence and you got Parsons, but I think y'all definitely need a D lineman just for the simple fact that Parsons is
tackle.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Y'all gotta put some pressure on that inside and everything, and kind of make that quarterback stem outwards because once he reaches them edges, that's whenever I would
love Vita Vea. That'd be great.
Oh my God, what? Oh, everybody would love Vita Vea.
Vita Vea, and then I really wanted Bobby Wagner. I wouldn't mind. Devin White just requested a trade from
He
the
did?
Buccaneers. Yeah, from the Buccaneers. Yeah, or 2 days ago, just requested a trade. So
Nice.
Devin White on the Cowboys. If we go get Devin White and first round draft a D tackle and Tony Pollard's healthy,
Yeah, I can see. Oh wait, y'all still got Dak as your quarterback?
okay, on to the last topic. Into the last topic. This is going to be a new topic every episode. It's going to be called the Be Blessed segment. As many of you know, my friend Emmanuel used to always say be blessed. My friend that passed away tragically recently, unexpectedly. But we're going to carry his legacy on and have the Be Blessed segment. It's something he used to always say to his friends. Just to kind of check on them, see how they were doing, send inspirational quotes, just make sure his friends are okay. So that's what we're doing right now. So Josh, I appreciate
that
you
man.
coming in, taking time out of your busy day to come chat with me. So how you doing mentally? How's your headspace?
Man, honestly, boss has been really, really good. I will
to
say,
hear.
like, mainly all I've been doing is just been kicking it with my girl. Hey, baby.
This guy.
And just like, you know, just enjoying the traveling, enjoying the process of chasing after this financial freedom and this wealth that we're going for, making the memories on the way there. Because, you know, like, as me and you talked about, like, just traveling, man. I've been to Colombia with some of my military brothers and everything. And honestly, if you have a friend in the military, check on them. That mental stress is real. Like, that's real stuff. But just, you know, going with them to Colombia, popping out of Toronto, Canada, just, you know, just keep myself busy with work and just making memories with my people. Even just, you know, going with y'all to London, man. You know, it was kind of a spur of the moment trip, but like we still did our thing, had a great time. You know, you got a new experience under you now, and I can see you got that travel bug now.
For sure. I definitely want to keep traveling. So what are some things that can be like praying for you for? Is there anything that's kind of like been on your head, giving you any stress, anxiety?
Clarity, drive, and just like execution. That's what I want to be prayed for, because it's like the vision's there. I know what I need to do. Now it's just the process and just like really the violence of action, just getting it done, man.
I can definitely do that. And then last thing, what are some things that are going well that I can continue to put success on? Just put it in, manifest it into the world. Flavors. Businessman.
Come on now. Hey, if you ain't got one, go get one, man. Invest in the
Well,
business.
I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate my boy Josh taking time out of his day. And I'm finna go beat him in some Madden. Shout out, subscribe to your friends. No, wait. Don't subscribe to your friends. Subscribe to me. Share with your friends, your goldfish, your grandma's goldfish, and your
Neighbor's
goldfish's
cat.
grandma. And I'll see y'all next time.
Hey, free thug.